Welcome back to AI Weekly. Today is October 18th, 2024. Oh man, have we got some stories for you this week.
It's been pretty crazy in AI land, that's for sure.
To say the least, right? We've got algorithms, get this, algorithms that seem to be bending the laws of physics.
No big deal.
Yeah, just casually rewriting the rules of the universe. And on top of that, we've got some major corporate shakeups over at Google.
Always something happening at Google.
Always. And to round things out, Adobe is making some serious moves in AI video.
Big moves.
So should we dive right in?
Let's do it.
All right, let's kick things off with this headline that sounds like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Archetype AI's Newton model.
Okay, I've heard about this one.
So this AI is learning physics from scratch.
From scratch?
From scratch. Just by analyzing raw sensor data.
Wow, no pre-programmed knowledge of physics at all.
Nope, none. It's figuring it out all on its own, which is, frankly, a little mind-blowing.
That is pretty wild.
Yeah, it's like, is this AI about to unlock the secrets of the universe or something?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right. Okay, moving on. It looks like Google Search is getting a major shakeup. Prabhakar Raghavan, the head of search and ads, is out.
He's out.
Gone. And he's being replaced by longtime Googler Nick Fox.
Interesting. Any word on why the sudden change?
Well, it's hard to say for sure, but this comes after months of, let's just say, scrutiny around the quality of Google's search results.
Yeah, I've noticed a few head-scratching search results myself lately.
Right. And then there were those high-profile blunders with their AI chatbot, Gemini.
Ah, yes, Gemini. Google's not having the best track record with chatbots, are they?
Not really. Remember Bard?
Oh, how can I forget?
It's like they're trying to catch up in the AI race, but they keep tripping over their own feet.
It's a tough race to win, that's for sure.
It really is, especially with the competition heating up. And speaking of Gemini, Google is still trying to figure out what to do with it. It's being moved yet again, this time, to Google DeepMind.
It's like musical chairs over there.
I know, right? Someone needs to grab a seat and commit.
Maybe this time it'll stick. Who knows?
Maybe. All right, next up, Adobe snuck in some teasers for new AI tools at their Max conference this week.
Oh, did they? Anything interesting?
One that really caught my eye was a new feature for Premiere Pro, their video editing software. It can intelligently extend video footage.
Intelligently extend footage? What does that even mean?
So imagine you've got a shot that's just a few seconds too short.
Okay, yeah.
This AI can seamlessly lengthen it without you having to reshoot or resort to awkward looping.
That could be incredibly useful, especially in a world where video content is king.
Exactly. And then there's the news that ChatGPT finally have a dedicated Windows app.
About time, right?
Seriously. I mean, it was only a matter of time. And of course, it's rolling out to ChatGPT Plus users first. Early access, baby.
Naturally. Got to keep those subscribers happy.
Exactly. Okay, and how could we forget our weekly dose of AI legal drama? This time, it's the New York Times going after Perplexity, the AI search engine.
Uh-oh, what did Perplexity do now?
Well, the New York Times is claiming that Perplexity is using their content without permission to train its AI models.
Ah, the classic AI training data dilemma.
Yeah.
This seems to be a recurring theme lately.
It really does. It seems like every other week, another media giant is taking a stand against these AI companies using their content for training.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation for sure.
It really is. It brings up all sorts of complicated questions about fair use, copyright, and how these AI models should be trained ethically and legally.
Oh, easy answers?
Not at all. Okay, and last but not least, Adobe is diving headfirst into the world of AI video generation with their new model, Firefly.
Firefly, huh? So they're going head-to-head with Meta and their video stuff.
Looks like it. And this Firefly model, it's aimed specifically at professional video editors.
Okay, so we're not talking about just another AI gimmick for social media.
No, this sounds like the real deal. Adobe says Firefly can extend footage, make adjustments mid-shot, and even generate entirely different styles of video.
Wow, okay, now that's impressive.
Right. It really makes you wonder, are we approaching a future where AI handles like all the heavy lifting in video editing?
Maybe.
It's a lot to process.
It is.
So that's a quick rundown of the major headlines. But there are a couple of stories that I think deserve a deeper dive. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Let's dig in a little deeper on a few of these.
Well, let's start with this whole Newton thing, this model from Archetype AI.
Newton, yeah.
This idea that we've got an AI learning physics. Like, literally from scratch.
From scratch.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing.
It is pretty wild when you think about it. I mean, how do you even...
I know, right? Like, where do you even begin to teach an AI physics without,
Giving it the textbook, right? All those formulas.
Exactly. But that's what's so incredible about Newton.
Yeah.
They didn't program it with any prior physics knowledge.
So how did they even...
So they fed it this massive data set of sensor data.
Okay, sensor data, like...
We're talking 500 million with a B, 500 million data points. Things like temperature readings, motion data, electrical signals, all kinds of stuff.
A giant jumbled mess of information.
Basically.
Yes.
And somehow, Newton was able to find these hidden patterns in all that data, these underlying principles of physics.
So it's like a reverse engineered physics.
Right, just by observing, just like we humans do.
Yeah.
But, a lot faster and probably more accurately.
Humans with like 1 billion times the processing power.
Exactly. And the crazy thing is, it was able to accurately predict complex physical phenomena, things it had never seen before, just based on what it learned from that sensor data.
Like what? Give me an example.
So they tested on, predicting how a pendulum would swing.
Okay, a pendulum, that's pretty basic physics.
It is. But remember, Newton wasn't taught about gravity or momentum or anything like that.
Right. So it's figuring out those concepts on its own.
Precisely. And it was able to predict the pendulum's motion with crazy accuracy.
Wow, okay. That's impressive.
And it's not just pendulums. This thing could potentially revolutionize fields like engineering, manufacturing, scientific research. Imagine AI that can help us design safer bridges, more efficient power grids.
Or discover new laws of physics, maybe.
Right. It's like this could be the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of the universe.
Okay, but hold on. Pump the brakes for a second. This is all still in the lab, right?
It is. It is.
And going from a research lab to, the real world, those are two very different things.
That's a good point. Always good to be a little cautious with this stuff.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Let's shift gears from the world of theoretical physics to something a little more, a little more Hollywood.
Okay. I'm intrigued. Hit me.
Let's talk about Meta. While everyone's going crazy over AI image generators, Meta's been quietly working on something even bigger. AI video generation.
AI video generation? They're already doing that.
Oh, yeah. And it's not just some little side project either. They've got this whole suite of AI models called Movie Gen.
Movie Gen? Okay, that sounds pretty ambitious.
It is. And get this, each model is designed to tackle a different part of video creation. Like, they've got models that can generate high-resolution videos up to 16 seconds long, complete with sound.
16 seconds? Is that a lot? I have no concept.
In the world of AI-generated video, 16 seconds is actually pretty substantial. Like, it's really hard to generate high-quality video with AI. It's exponentially more complex than generating a static image.
I can imagine, yeah. There's so much more going on.
Exactly. But that's just the tip of the iceberg with this Movie Gen thing. They've also got models that can personalize videos. So instead of just having like a generic AI-generated character, you could have a video with, like, your dog.
My dog. Doing what?
I don't know, like playing the piano or something.
Yeah.
The possibilities are kind of endless.
Okay, that's kind of cool. A little creepy, but cool.
And then there's the video editing aspect of Movie Gen, which is, frankly, mind-blowing.
Video editing? Like what? Like making it look fancy?
So imagine this. You're watching a video and you're like, man, I wish that background was a tropical beach instead of my messy living room.
Relatable.
Right. Well, with Movie Gen, you could literally just type that in, change background to a tropical beach, and boom, it happens.
No way. Hold on, seriously. They can do that, change stuff in videos just from typing it in.
That's what you're saying. And, I mean, knowing Meta is probably only a matter of time before they actually roll that out.
That's insane. What's the catch? There's got to be a catch.
Where were we? Oh, yeah, Movie Gen. But you know what else has me thinking? There's a whole dedicated ChatGPT app for Windows.
Yeah, it's interesting they're doing that now.
It feels like a pretty big deal, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, OpenAI is really trying to make ChatGPT accessible to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, having a desktop app, it just makes it, like, way easier for people to use, especially, well, for those who haven't really jumped on the whole web app bandwagon.
It's true. Not everyone lives and breathes in a web browser these days, right?
Exactly.
And I can't help but think this is also a strategic play by OpenAI, especially with Microsoft being, well, Microsoft.
Oh, absolutely. Microsoft is shoving AI into everything these days. It's like they're trying to rebrand as the AI company.
Right. And with their close ties to OpenAI, it makes sense for OpenAI to, kind of ride that wave a little.
For sure. It's a win-win. They get access to Microsoft's massive user base, and Microsoft gets to bolster their, AI cred.
Exactly. And let's not forget the genius move here, giving early access to ChatGPT Plus users.
Classic move. Got to reward those loyal subscribers.
Exactly. It generates buzz, gets people talking, and, they get valuable feedback before they release it to the unwashed masses.
Smart. So what else is going on in AI land?
Well, we can't talk about AI news without mentioning the legal battles, right?
Ah, yes. The weekly dose of AI drama.
This week, it's the New York Times and Perplexity.
Still going at it, huh? What's the latest?
Well, the New York Times is not backing down. They were drawing a very hard line in the sand, basically saying, look, you can't just use our content without permission, even for AI training.
It's tough because on one hand, you've got Perplexity saying, hey, we're not scraping your content for training. We're just indexing web pages, trying to give people the information they need.
Right, but the New York Times is basically like, we don't care how you're using it. It's our content. We own it. End of story.
Yeah, it's a classic battle between, the open nature of the internet and the rights of content creators.
It's a tough one. And this case could have major, and I mean major, implications for the future of AI. What does fair use even mean in the age of AI?
It's the million-dollar question, right? And honestly, I don't think anyone really has the answer yet. We're all just figuring it out as we go.
It's a brave new world out there, that's for sure. Okay, last but not least, let's circle back to Adobe. They're really going all in on AI, aren't they?
Between this Firefly thing and those Premiere Pro updates, they're definitely not messing around.
All right, so Firefly. This new AI video model aimed at professionals, it sounds incredibly powerful.
Definitely sounds like they're gunning for, the high-end video editing market.
I mean, think about it. Adobe is practically synonymous with professional creative tools. Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro.
They're industry standard for a reason.
All right, so if they can nail this AI video editing thing, if they can make tools that actually make life easier for professional video editors,
they're going to dominate the market.
Exactly. It's an exciting, but also, slightly terrifying time to be involved in anything remotely creative.
I feel that. Are the robots coming for our jobs?
It's the question on everyone's mind, isn't it?
It really is. But you know what? If we can learn anything from, history, it's that whenever a new technology comes along, it doesn't usually make things obsolete. It just, it just changes how we do things.
It's evolution, not extinction.
Exactly.
Well, on that optimistic note, I think we've covered just about every angle of the AI news this week.
It's been quite a week, that's for sure. From physics-defying algorithms to, the ethics of AI and copyright law. It seems like AI is infiltrating every aspect of our lives.
It's true. It's everywhere you look. But that's why we're here, right? To break it all down, make sense of it, and hopefully keep you a little bit ahead of the curve.
Knowledge is power.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, that's it for this week's deep dive into the wild world of AI. Until next time, stay curious, my friend.
Always stay curious.